Unfortunately, today we have to tell everybody that there might be a chemical carcinogen in their dog food. So this ingredient that gets added to dog's food it's poison, pure and simple. So why do they put it in? To extend shelf life. Real food doesn't last on the shelf for weeks, months. And in the case of a lot of dog foods, and cat foods, by the way, those things can last on the shelves for years. So what is the name of this potential carcinogen? It's called ethoxyquin, and originally it was a pesticide. And after being used to treat fruit, mostly pears, there were environmental studies that showed that this chemical poison actually affects the kidney and liver in animals. Most dog foods, now this isn't present in all dog foods, but it is present in way more dog foods than you'd like to think. In fact, it's even present in some of the really expensive high-end dog food. It cannot be used in human foods because it's that toxic, but it can be used in pet foods. Now, so some of the lower end brands that don't cost that much, they'll just straight up tell you it's in there. A lot of them have ways of hiding it in ingredient lists. And it can actually fish its way into some of the higher end brands. Do you know how? Anytime you see fish meal or any meal is basically you're getting all the parts that are undesirable that cannot be eaten. They're being blended up, melted down, and poured into these little discs that are then sold as dog food. When it comes to fish meal, you're talking about basically tails and scales and a lot of stuff that really your dog can't digest anyway. So what does that have to do with this pesticide? Well, it's totally legal to put that into fish feed. And when you get fish meal in, unless the dog food specifically states that that fish was wild caught, 99.9% of the time it is farmed fish, meaning those fish do not eat their natural diet. They are getting feed, and that feed contains, yes, this pesticide. Same goes for chickens. So chicken or egg meal can also have this. Now, the reason why there's not a big uproar is because, listen, your dog is not getting a lethal dose every time they eat. This isn't xylitol where they're going to be sick immediately, but there's just enough passed through. A lot of veterinarians, a lot of researchers feel that this actually could contribute to cancer down the line. And if not, kidney problems, liver problems, absolutely avoidable. What do? Listen, you could continue to try to find very expensive high-end brands, but a lot of this stuff still finds its way in. You can go with a raw, dehydrated, or frozen, totally organic, and all those fancy things. And those are fine foods as well. Those are really good, especially for beginners, but you're gonna pay a lot. So really, the best way to do it is just to make your dog's food at home, whether you go raw or cooked. It's simple, it's easy, and best of all, it's super cheap. It's actually cheaper to do in the long run than the food you buy. How do people do it? What should they do? She said, watch this playlist because it's full of healthy homemade dog food recipes that are fast, simple, and super cheap, right? We'll see everybody next time.